Hello friends, and welcome back to Swift Guitar Lessons for another by request song tutorial. In today's session, I'm going to be breaking down a fairly easy guitar song in Bill Withers' 1972 classic, Lean On Me. Now, we're going to get started learning the guitar part for the intro, verse, and chorus sections. It's the same guitar part featuring some very easy open position chords and also some very useful walk up and walk down transitions. From there, we'll get into some percussive strumming for the breakdown section. Then I'm going to teach you how to play the coda, giving you everything you need to perform. As always, I got a tab, complete study guide, chord sheet for you at patreon.com/swiftlessons. You can support the channel for just $1 a month there and gain access to a library of extra guitar resources. Now, we're going to get started with a full demonstration of the tune for you to jam along with later. Let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sometimes in our lives we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have the things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. So just call on me, brother, if you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. So just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load that you have to bear, that you can't carry, I'm right up the road, and I'll share your load if you just call me. Call me if you need a friend. Call me, just do it now. Saying call me, call me, call me, call me.
Okay, close look at the fretboard, getting started with the guitar section for the intro, verse, and chorus section. We're in standard tuning, key of C major. I'm going to get started demonstrating it for you, then I'll break it down for you measure by measure. It's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Okay, so that was a pretty interesting composition there. It's nothing but standard chords. We have the C chord, the F major chord, the E minor chord, and the G major chord making up that main section. So that's a 1, 4, minor 3, 5 progression in the key of C major, okay, for the theory buffs out there. Now the really cool and kind of interesting thing is things are kind of coming in on very odd times. We have chord changes coming in on beat number 4, which we'll talk about a little bit more in depth as we go. Okay, so as you could see for my guitar version, I was throwing in some extra strums that are optional. On measure number 1, getting started here, we have the C major chord coming in. You could just hold that out for one measure, or you could strum 1, 2, 3, 4, and down, 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 up. Next, we're going to walk up to the F major chord on measure number 2. Okay, so that was 3, 0, 2, A string, D string, D string to the F major chord shape. Now to make that walk up a little easier on myself, I'm not doing the bar here on the F major chord. I'm just planting my index finger on the first fret of the B string. It makes it easier for me to get around a little bit because I can leave that down the whole time going between F and C major. It does mean though that I'm going to have to avoid my high E string with my pick if I don't like the sound of F major 7. Okay, so far we have the C major chord coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Then the F major chord on beat number 4. Very strange. Alright, then going into the next measure. On the third beat, we can strum down, down, up. If you put that into what we have so far, we have 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Alright, next we need to walk down to the C major chord. Alright, this is measure number 4 on your tablature. D string 3, 2, 0, C major chord coming in on beat number 4. Alright, now all of line number 1, if you're following along using the tab at patreon.com/swiftlessons. C, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going down to the second line of tablature. Okay, now moving on to line number 2 in your tab, a transition from C to E minor. It's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and to get back to C major and line number 3. So all I did there is I went the A string 3, D string 0, 2, strum the E minor chord, let a beat pass, then I'm going to play down, down, up, get to the G major chord by beat number 4, then I'm going to wait to the third beat to go get me back to the C major chord for line number 3 on beat number 1. Okay, putting lines 1 and 2 together in your tablature. It's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're ready for line number 3. Okay, excellent work everybody. Real quick, just a couple of tips for those of you who might be having a little bit of trouble, especially if you're a beginner and you're reading along through the tab, attempting to play and strum and count all at the same time. You might be getting thrown off by those chord changes coming in on beat number 4. It does feel very, very strange. For right now, it might be best for you not to think about that. This is a song we've all heard hundreds, if not thousands of times, so just go by feel, play as you feel it should be played. Another thing that you can do to simplify is just to remove all those strums. As I mentioned, those are optional just to fill in space for solo performance on the acoustic guitar. So if you want to simplify everything that we have so far, removing those optional strums is the way to do it. It would sound like this, starting with the C chord on measure number 1. C, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, E minor, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, 4. Just letting those chords ring out. Okay, now we're jumping into line number 3 in your tablature. Okay, so line number 3 is going to be exactly like line number 1. The C major chord, the walk, the F chord, the walk down to C. Then, going on to line number 4, we'll have the same transition that we had the E minor, but this time go into the G major chord, 4, 1, 2, 3, and C, coming in on beat number 4 to finish up that verse or chorus section. Okay, so line number 3 was the same as line number 1, and line number 4 was almost the same as line number 2. The only difference was we swapped out that E minor chord and exchanged it for the G chord, going back to the C chord to start us over, kind of as a turnaround to get us back to the beginning of the verse or chorus, whatever it is that you're going into. Okay, now we're jumping into our bridge section. Here I'm going to show you a very simple beginner way of accomplishing this section, and then also what I was doing in my demonstration, which involved some percussive strumming. Okay, first taking a look at what beginners could play during this section. Very simple, you could just hold a C major chord for most of it, interjecting a G chord every now and then. So just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. Just like that. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. So very simple, I was just strumming. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. And whenever I say, we all need somebody to lean, we go to the G major chord. We all need somebody to lean on. And then make sure you get back to the C major chord by the time you get to the word on. Okay, now taking a look at a more advanced version of this, featuring some percussive strums. It's gonna sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just call on me, brother. We need a friend. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Okay, let's break that down. Okay, so what I'm doing there is just borrowing from the bass line. 3rd fret of the low E string, open A, then 3rd fret, that C note, on the 3rd fret of the A string. Once I've done that, I'll start to do a little bit of chicka chicka action on my muted strings. If you want to be able to play and sing over something like that, you got to practice it over and over and over again. I literally just sat on the couch yesterday for almost an hour doing that, not even trying to sing, just trying to get that into my muscle memory. From there, I started to just kind of interject little bits of the vocal line until I was able to sing the entire thing with relative ease. Okay, so figuring out that chicka chicka pattern, once you have the riff, I'm playing down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. Down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. I might do an upstroke as I head back to the riff again. It's gonna be a lot of different variations to that, but that's generally what I'm doing. Okay, so I need to do that all the way through that bridge section, taking you through all the way to the end where we'll put in one last walk-up riff. It's gonna sound like this. So just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody. Then that final riff there, we're gonna walk up. 0 on the low E string, 1, 2, 3, down, up, C major chord gets you into the next either verse or chorus section. Okay, so you almost have mastered that bridge section. To really get it down though, what you'll need to do next is to take a look at the transition between the chicka chicka pattern and that walk up riff. So that little section right there, when I'm actually playing real slow, sounds like this. Okay, so very simple. The riff, cover the strings, down up on the muted strings, the walk up, G, 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 C, down up, down, resolving on that C major chord. Put it all together, we have. Just like that. Okay, great work everybody. We're ready to jump into the final section that you need to learn, and it's the easiest section of the song. We're talking about the coda or outro section. Now, very simple, this is just going to be two chords, F major and C major. But that change is still going to be coming in on the 4 beat, which is very, very peculiar. So it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's essentially an extra beat on that C major chord, kind of coming in a little bit early, right? And my strumming pattern: down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Let me slow that down for you a little bit. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. Call me if you need a friend. Call me. And you can let that go for as long as you like. The tune kind of fades out there at the end, so that's going to be completely up to you how you want to set up that outro jam. Alright everyone, thanks so much for checking out this lesson on Bill Withers' Lean On Me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have a song that you would like for me to teach next, click through the link in the description to swiftlessons.com and put in that request now. I gotta thank my patrons. Thank you so much for making these lessons possible. I hope you're enjoying your extra resources. Thanks to them, I got many more lessons coming up, so keep checking back. Please subscribe, please share. This is Rob at Swift Guitar Lessons in Philadelphia, saying happy picking.